What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I want to talk about something that's super frustrating. You go through all of the work, right? You spend a ton of time, money, resources into investing into your product. You launch the product and then it's not selling or doesn't sell that well. So what do? What are the next actionable exact steps you should take to boost sales and get sales going again? I'll walk you through exactly what things and factors contribute to your overall sales and making the most money, right? I'll show you exactly what to fix or look for in today's video. I'll share some normal, overview things and common solutions like your images and keyword ranking, but I'll also share with you kind of some secret strategies that I typically reserve for only my one-on-one coaching students. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome back. Those of you are my subscribers. My name is Brian Noonan. I'm a full-time Amazon FBA seller, mentor, and coach. Right here on my YouTube channel, I'm dedicated to releasing a new video every week covering everything Amazon, e-commerce, and personal development with the latest strategies, the most updated information. If you enjoy that type of content, do me a favor right now. Head on down and press subscribe. I can see each and every one of you who take just a minute to subscribe, and I appreciate each of you. Also, give me a like on this video. That certainly helps. My job right here on this channel is to help educate, teach, impact as many lives as possible, sharing and documenting my journey of how I went from a struggling broke drug addict 7.5 years ago to being able to build and own multiple six-figure online businesses. Let's jump into this one. All right, guys. Well, before we jump into it, I just want to talk real quickly about something that's super important. We're going to be going over in this video how to boost sales, why your listing is so important, what details matter the most for your launch, for a successful product. But I want to talk about going back to the very beginning, what is so important? You probably already know this, guys, but it's product, choosing the right product. This comes down to everything that's going to make or literally break you if you choose the right product or not. If you choose the wrong product that's restricted, possibly seasonal, or is patented, or it contains copyright or trademark material, you're going to be in a world of hurt because Amazon may suspend your listing, or you may face IP claims or patent infringement. But choosing the right product, guys, you don't want to, choose a product that's too competitive. I like to go after products that have like less than 100 sellers. Under 50 total other sellers with the product would be best. And this is because this is what I'm seeing working the best right now. Not trying to be seller number 150 with the same product as everyone else, with just a little better, feature or a little better packaging. That just rarely works anymore because how competitive Amazon has got. So what I recommend doing is you can check out other videos on my channel where I go over in-depth, good product research tutorials. But what I'm seeing work the best right now for launching my own products and my coaching students' products is finding unique products that are selling well on Etsy and selling well on Pinterest, or you validate they're selling well on Etsy and that they're popular on Pinterest. And then you come to market with that product on Amazon, and maybe it's not on Amazon yet, or there's less than 50 other sellers with that exact product on Amazon. That's working the best. I do go over another video how to find products that work. That video will go over kind of what we look for on Etsy, sales, reviews, kind of keyword demand to validate that there's enough demand for the product, because you don't want to launch a product where there's not enough demand, and maybe that's the reason it's not on Amazon. But low competition, guys, unique products, not too many other sellers. That's going to work the best for you. So hopefully you follow that. Two final tips on choosing the right product, guys. Number one, look at the total results. When you open the main keywords for the product in the top left, right on Amazon, it tells you how many, results there are. I like there to be like, less than 1,000 results for the main keywords. That's the first way I check. Number two, when you open up the ASIN in Cerebro, or you do a reverse ASIN lookup of your main competitors in Cerebro tool, I like there to be 1,000 or less total competing products on the main keywords. Maybe the main keywords only have 474 competing products, 298 competing products, 500. That's really good, guys. If all of the main keywords that have over 3,000 search volume or more, all of them have 3,000 competing products to 30,000 or even 100,000, that's a competitive product, and I would probably stay away from it. But it just depends on the product, the niche, and the keywords. All right, guys. Well, welcome inside my computer. Let's jump into it. So what I thought I'd do is first, let's start out with showing you a couple examples. Your listing is so important when it comes, guys, to launching your product and having a successful launch. right? Our listing is everything. This is what customers see. The main image right here, the title, the price, and the review counts. Those four things, main image, title, price, review counts, are critical for getting the most clicks and conversions. In the very beginning, I typically, for new product launches, start 2 automatic campaigns right from day one, even with 0 reviews. Sometimes I'll start some manuals, but definitely your autos to get sales going. When you first launch your product, you probably are going to be on page 6, 7, 5, or maybe not even in the first 7 pages. So turning on those automatic campaigns to get a couple sales going is what you're going to want to do in the beginning. You're also going to want to make sure you take a lot of extra care and use caution not to change your title too much during the first 2 to 4 weeks after launch. So I will be talking about what keywords here to optimize your title with and to go after. The title, guys, is the most important part for not only organic ranking, like 70% is important because of that. The title has the most effect on your organic ranking, as well as your chronicle URL that's created up here in the top. So right from the very beginning, guys, I do recommend when you create the listing to enter a really good, pretty much finalized title, because a lot of times you're not able to change it until after you launch. But the title is so important, guys, because 70%, why is it important? Because it affects your organic ranking so much. And then the other 30% is because it needs to sound convincing to get the customer to actually want to stop and click on your product versus keep scrolling and shopping, okay? So title is super important. Main image, guys, your hero image is the main image. It needs to look really, really good. It is required. It has to be on a white background. For those of you who are in categories or niches where all your competitors or most of them are not on a white background, let's say, it's a blanket on a couch or on a chair and it's, hanging over the couch or the chair. In the beginning, I do recommend going with the TOS compliant main image on a white background. But then after, 2 to 6 weeks after you launch, then you can try to switch it over to the blanket on a chair or something like that, because Amazon's not watching your listing so closely. And after you build up some history of sales and good reviews and selling history, Amazon won't be monitoring your listing so closely. But if you do switch it over to that non-white TOS compliant main image, watch your listing status because Amazon may suppress it. Let's get into, so the first thing I want to talk about, guys, what's so important about making sales is your main image needs to be really good. It needs to get customers to click on it. Your product should be zoomed in. 85% the product should take up 85% or more of the space of this main image, okay? So product is zoomed in. It takes up 85% of the space. If you have any accessories or bundled items, you can include those in your main image, guys, to convey value or perceived value. That's certainly helpful. But the main highlight and focus should be to showcase your product, okay? Right from the very main image. That's going to be super helpful. Title, guys, not only for ranking, but also to get customers to click on it. You don't need to put your brand name in the very beginning, guys, when you're first getting started. Nobody's searching for your brand. It's just really taking up space, having your brand at the beginning of your title. You want to go right into your main keywords. Vibration plate exercise machine, whole body vibrating board. These are really important keywords. You want to get your top 3 to 5 main keywords right in your title from left to right in relevancy and importance, so that the algorithm picks up on those and you can start making sales and ranking, okay? Review count, guys, your PPC campaigns aren't going to perform the very best until you do get a couple reviews. Even 1, 2, or 3 positive reviews will help getting more clicks and people to actually view your listing, and then conversions once you get them on your listing. So main image, title, price is next, so reviews, even a couple will help. And then your price point, guys. I typically recommend, if you have a target selling price of this $95 or $100, let's say, is where you ultimately want to sell your product for, you'll need to come into the market around $79.99. Like, you want to be 10 to 30% lower than your target ideal selling price during the launch phase. The launch phase, guys, the honeymoon period is going to start, and it's so important, the honeymoon period, you've probably heard about it. That starts as soon as your product arrives to Amazon. You have at least 1 unit that gets checked in and made available, and your listing status shows active in Manage Inventory tab. Your honeymoon period has started. So don't wait an extra week or 2 to try to finish up your listing or delay the launch after products have arrived and got checked in. You don't want to wait too much longer. Amazon has already started collecting data on your product, the longer it sits there, not selling, even with a start launch date in the future, it affects your ranking. So honeymoon period, guys, is the first 2 to 3 weeks. Right when your products arrive to Amazon, they get checked in, and at least one is made available, and the listing status goes to active. It's time to launch, okay? As soon as you have like 25 to 100 units available, you guys can officially start launch. Now, you can go into your back end, into more details and offer tab, and set the launch date for the future, but don't wait too long after the products get there. No more than 3 to 7 days. 10 to 30% lower price, guys, in the beginning for launch. This is just because you don't have, any sales yet. You're trying to rank, you're trying to get reviews. So a lower price to get customers to actually click on yours and buy it is going to be super helpful. And then how do you slowly raise your price? Well, you can change your price as much as you want on Amazon every day if you want, every hour, but you just don't want to go up or down on your price more than, $1 or $2. No more than 10%, every day roughly is what I like to do. So I may go from $79.99 up to $83.99 with a 10% off coupon. Then I may go to $86.99 with a 10% coupon. Then I may test the next week or two just a straight $87.99 with no coupon. And then you guys will kind of see how your PPC campaigns are performing and go from there. Best ways to get reviews, guys: enable the Helium 10 follow-up tool. Make sure you include a really good, effective product insert card, maybe with a ManyChat QR code that takes the customer somewhere like a landing page where you're giving them something, an additional value, piece of value like an ebook, warranty, quick start guide, recipe card. And then you have the customer scan the QR code on your insert card. They get the ebook or the warranty, and then you can follow up with that customer because you collected their name and email in the ManyChat flow off Amazon, okay? Within Amazon, though, you're only able to follow up with your customer one time. I would use the Helium 10 follow-up automation tool. You can either send one follow-up email or you can do the request review button. I would test both to get more reviews, okay? Both work, but you just can only do one or the other. Now, what I want to show you guys here is 2 examples of a good listing, and let's just kind of go through these together so I can really show you kind of what's good or what can be improved about these products. So on this product, guys, this one is actually really good, but I wanted to look, this is the 10 out of 10 evaluation score. This one I didn't think was as good. This new era gym vibration plate, exercise machine, whole body vibrating board. The main image is not bad, guys, but I want to go through some of these other images. This looks okay, LCD touch panel. So your images, guys, your main image is going to be first, and then your images need to be really, really good. You want to display, guys, with your product that you're not just a product, a one product, wonder. You want to convey to the customer, and you do this through your photos and listing copy, that you're a brand and that the products that you provide the customer fit their lifestyle, add value to their life, solve a solution or problem in their life. Think of Apple, right? The people who fall in love with Apple products are raving fans who will wait outside of the store for hours. This is kind of what you want to focus on, building your brand. You want it to not just be a product the customer buys and never really thinks about your product or brand ever again. You want to have a social media presence. Instagram and Facebook is going to be vital in 2022. Building even a Facebook group of loyal customers and fans. What mission, cause, purpose can your brand, represent? Or what can customers believe that they're going to get out of your products? This can be a charity that you donate some profits to, an organization or nonprofit organization. Maybe your mission is to sell sustainable products, or some mission or cause gets customers to follow your brand off Amazon, which is helpful for just long-term brand and business success. I wanted to go through some of these other ones here. So this main image, guys, your second and third image should be infographic images with text and graphic overlays. And then the rest of the images, guys, lifestyle action model shots. That's great. The product being used, lifestyle action model shots for the remaining of them. The first image, is the main image. You can test different main images, guys. So maybe you get 3 main images and you test, the first main image for 2 weeks. Then you test the second main image for 2 weeks, and then you test the third and figure out which works the best. If you have brand registry, you can run Amazon A/B experiments, and kind of upload and have Amazon do that for you as well. But this one right here, so the branding, the colors, the photos are not bad here, But I noticed here, relax muscle to keep your body slim after your baby fell asleep. This is not proper English, guys. Customers want to see the brand, knows what they're talking about, understands them. The customer will not buy from you until they can figure out what your product does for them, what value it adds, how does it fit in their lifestyle. Lifestyle is going to be super important going into 2022. You need to think of your brand as a lifestyle brand and what customers can get behind or expect from your brand. But this is just a simple, easy fix, guys. I mean, this is $5, $10 most to hire somebody on Fiverr who speaks English and is a designer or does Photoshop. $10 to pay them to write a correct English sentence and add it here, photoshopped in. Relax muscle to keep your body slim. Not proper English. I would skip right over this photo if I saw that, if I'm a shopper, and kind of I'm already dissuaded from buying this product because I think, well, if they can't, speak the English properly on their listing and I'm in the United States buying the product, I'm not sure if the quality is going to be the best. That's just an initial reaction that I have, and I'm sure hundreds of thousands of other customers would too. So your photos are so important, guys, and pay attention to the little details like the grammar, okay? 15 minutes of exercise vibration played is equal to, all right, so that sentence at the top, guys, it leaves me hanging. I'm looking at her, and then I don't really know where else to look, but it's way down here. 60 seconds of cycling, 45 seconds of swimming. Okay, so if I'm on a mobile phone, I would not even see these little emojis down here. These are way too small. These should be up here, kind of around her. Instead of way down here, I can barely see them, and I can guarantee if you're a mobile shopper on this, I would skip right over this image because I can't read it. Here, another example of too much going on. If I'm a new customer looking at this product, I would not take the time to read all this. Number one, these two look like the same, 100% abs, 100% new abs. What's the difference there? I would skip over that. And then there's just power switch, power plug. That's all right, USB speaker, but there's just too much going on, guys. The customer doesn't want to take all this time, and it looks complicated. It looks like there's a lot of moving pieces here. I would move on to the next one. Exercise modes. Okay, this is actually a better example of what I was talking about. What the seller was trying to get across with this image, with the little emojis or images down here. These are good, guys. These work. They could be a little better, but those do work. But this is kind of how it should be set up with clear front and center. So that, guys, is kind of just an overview of some of your images. Make sure the text, the graphics, the branding matches all the way through, and you have high quality photos. Here, guys, they have a little watermelon emoji in the front of the bullet points. I don't like that. It does not make sense for a vibration exercise platform that plays music. It is a super cool product. Not all of these have remote control or USB connection or play Bluetooth music. So they've got some really cool features here, but I really didn't see that highlighted in any of their images very well. And that's kind of one of their main selling features that their product has that others don't. So they didn't really clearly demonstrate that to me in their images. And then let's take a look at their bullets. So again, that watermelon kind of emoji, it just doesn't make sense for this product. Something better would be anything that has to do with fitness or exercise or lifestyle. And then let's scroll down and look, do they have a normal description or they have A+ content? All right, so they have A+ content, best gift choices for families. That makes no sense whatsoever. This looks childish. I get that they were trying to do a Q4 kind of themed image here, which is great, but this doesn't make sense. Best gift choices for families. First of all, a person is not buying this product for their family. They're probably buying it for themselves to work out on, or somebody that they want to give a gift that's into fitness, right? So that could be much, much better. Vibrating plate exercise machine. Okay, they use the same image here in their A+. You never want to do that. They use the same image down here that they used up here, and it needs to be different, guys. I think it's a different color shirt, and that's about it. But full body workout, effectively shape your body at home. All right, so that's all right, but again, not the best. Then they've got this. This is not capitalized, does not look good. You want the first letter capitalized here. This is a detail that you want to pay attention to. This should be bold right here. This should be bold right here. This should be bold right here. And it's really too much text Again, your A+ content should be easy to read, should highlight and demonstrate the main selling features, and should tell your brand's story, mission, cause, or lifestyle ad that it brings to the customer. Automatic programs, here there's no space after. They have 3 period space program, 2 period space. This one does not have a space, so again, another grammar error. Here, 2 ways to play music. Well, they talk about that down here. That's good. They have an LCD display, LED display. That's good, but a little too much text, guys. I would go about half this, remove this one, or cut down to maybe the top 3 to 5 here. And then same thing over here. It's too much text. Okay, this is actually like one of their best A+ pieces of content, built-in speakers, 99 levels, auto programs, remote control. This is actually one of their best that they've done so far. And then this one is not bad, but again, you have 3 images with text underneath. Then you really don't need all these 2 images with all these text all around it. Does that make sense? And then they've got a normal product description. If you have A+ content, guys, with brand registry, you don't need to do a normal product description. It's just your A+ content, and then you would kind of include all this stuff in it. So that, guys, just makes the listing longer. It's way more text than the customer wants to read. And so these are just really important factors I wanted to point out, the differences between that product, versus this product. And then we can go through these images, but they're done much better. So here's one that talks about the portability of it. I like that. I can take it anywhere. 2 wheels, retractable handle, easily roll your workout anywhere. Here's a great one, guys. 4 things that the seller is pointing out. Easy to read. I can see the value really clearly. Again, really good one here. I see it comes with a remote control watch. I love that. Non-skid surface. Do you see now it doesn't have all those purple lines and words all over it? I can quickly see what the product does. Here, this demonstrates one of the main, competitive advantages. A Bluetooth speaker and LED strip lights. I want to see that. This seller has done a good job of pointing that out right in their main images. Because again, not all customers are going to read your bullet points or go down to your A+ content. Not all of them will. So your images are really, really important. And then here, guys, this isn't bad. Shows the dimensions. Does it fit in my house? What's the weight capacity? All of that's great. I like that. And then they've got a video here, which is super helpful. Again, no stupid watermelon emoji. Just quickly, I'm able to easily tell. It's got 4 vibrating modes, 3 preset program functions, Bluetooth connectivity, LCD display, ergonomic design. Love it. This product, I'm sure, is doing much better than the other one. The next thing, guys, I want to show you, Helium 10 has a new tool called Listing Builder. They've got 2 kind of listing builder tools. They've got one where you can build your listing from scratch, or the other part is you can connect your current listing and kind of connect it to your seller account. I don't recommend using that. There's some kinks, there's some errors. I've seen multiple sellers get their listings temporarily suppressed by using the Helium 10 Listing Builder. So don't connect your listing builder with your listing. Only do your listing changes inside Seller Central on your own. Don't go through Listing Builder yet to change your listing details. So don't sync them up, Listing Builder and your listing. You can use Listing Builder to help you write out your product title, bullet points, description, search terms, subject matter if you have it. Absolutely. Import your keywords here from Cerebro or your keywords list that you've done a reverse ASIN on your top competitors. And then sure, use Listing Builder to help you write out your listing, but don't sync it up and then make changes in Listing Builder and expect it to work on your, it may work, but I've seen a lot of kinks, guys, and listings getting suppressed. So I just wanted to share that with you. And of course, guys, Cerebro is where you're going to go to get all of your main keywords for the product. Keywords are super important, guys, when you launch the product. Let's talk about the importance of keywords. I mentioned earlier, you want your top 3 to 5 main keywords in your product title. That's going to be super important for organic ranking and indexing. Top 3 to 5 main keywords go in your title one time. They need to be in exact phrase form, so exactly how they were in Cerebro. They need to be added into your title, exact phrase form, one time in the title for your top 3 to 5 keywords. Mention those one more time, each of those 3 to 5 that are in your title. Mention them one more time somewhere in your bullet points. That's going to really give you a boost during the honeymoon period and a ranking effect. And then the next kind of best set of, 10 to 20 keywords, guys, where did those go? Well, the ones you didn't put in your title and bullets, the next kind of best 10 to 20, work in here into your back-end keywords in search terms. You can get 10 to 20 keywords in here, guys. You can repeat a couple of phrases under search terms, but then the rest are just going to be words. So you don't need to do vibration workout plate. It would just be vibration workout plate, and then maybe like home, workout, fitness, goals, like a new year resolution, just words like that. If you guys have subject matter down here, that is where you can do roughly 3 to 4 keywords. Those can be full phrases per line. The back end, guys, those is super important because this is what Amazon is going to pick up on your listing. And so make sure you have any possible search term or keyword or name of product that the customer could type in. Make sure you're including those back here. And I typically like to go after keywords in the beginning that have between 1,000 and 20,000 search volume. Typically under 800 search volume, you're going to rank for those automatically and index them for having them in your listing. So I like to go after ranking for kind of longer tail keywords, 1,000 to 20,000 search volume. I'll find a list of like my top 25 to 30 or, top 20 to 30 best keywords. And then I'm putting them in my title, bullets, search terms, subject matter, and then the rest, guys, can go in your description or your A+ content. All right. So that's kind of how you're going to work in your keywords. Super important. Now, don't rely just on PPC, guys. When you launch a new product, PPC alone is not going to be enough to launch new products. For some, it is. It all comes back down to the product you chose, right? If you chose a really competitive product, guys, and your product's not selling, making these improvements may help you, but a big part of it is it may just be too competitive of a product. I like to only sell products, guys, that there's a max of maybe 200 or less other sellers. How do you make sure that there's 200 or less other sellers? Well, I mentioned earlier, you can look at the total search results in the top left, and then inside Cerebro, you can look at the total competing products on each of your main keywords, all right? But just going back to choosing the right product, guys, it's so important that you don't try to be seller number 150 with the same exact product as 50 to 300 other sellers. It's just too competitive out there anymore. It's going to be hard to break into a market like that. What's working the best right now is finding unique products on Etsy that are selling well over there, but aren't on Amazon yet, or maybe there's only a couple like that on Amazon, and then you come to market with that unique, differentiated, cool product that's selling well on Etsy or Pinterest you validated over there, and you bring it to the market on Amazon, and you're one of the first sellers there. That's working the best right now, guys. If your product is not selling and you're stuck with hundreds of units, what can you do? And it's been 6 months or longer, it's just not selling. What are your options? Well, I did make another video, which I'll link up above or down below, which will talk about how to liquidate your inventory. You could try creating a removal order for a portion of the products, get them to your house. You could create a brand new listing, put a new FN SKU over the old one and ship them back into Amazon and try that as a new product launch. That's one option, or sell them on eBay, or run a lightning deal, go strong on PPC, reduce your price, do a partnership with an influencer or a promo. These are options to kind of move your inventory. If at the very end, these tactics don't work, liquidating your inventory and moving on to your next product is really going to be your best option. But I hope by taking these tips and applying them to your product or your upcoming product, that these will work for you for sure. Another really important factor, guys, for if your product's not selling is, an audit, a review of your PPC campaigns. PPC, I can't go in depth about because it's so specific per product. I have other videos on my channel, especially that I've done within the last couple months where I go, PPC video number 1, how to set up all your new PPC campaigns. PPC video number 2, kind of how to optimize your campaigns. I would start by watching those 2 videos, but there's just so many different aspects. It's a whole nother video if I wanted to talk about how to optimize and adjust your PPC campaigns. But PPC, guys, is so important that you're targeting the right keywords, not only in your listing, but you're also targeting them in your PPC campaigns. And then you're optimizing those campaigns every couple of weeks based off of the data or what keywords are converting and working. And then also based off which keywords you're ranking organically for, let's say in the top 30, and then which keywords you're maybe in the top 75 for, position 30 to 80. And we need to get those lower. I would move those keywords into new broad campaigns and new exact match campaigns, and that's going to help you start to drop or get better with your organic ranking on page 1. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this video for a couple of really powerful tips, listing analysis, and how to go about increasing your sales when your product is not selling. Let me know if you have any questions down below. What issues or comments you have, drop those down below. I'll make sure to respond to those. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on my next video.